What is up, everybody? I'm Kyler.
I'm Brogan.
And this is the first episode of Geek This Week.
It was a cool week. We're going to talk about some of the cool stuff that happened this week that maybe you didn't know about.
So, if you weren't aware and are living under a rock, CES 2018 ended on Friday. It's full of a bunch of tech gadgets and huge people in the industry announcing things. So we saw a lot of interesting things come out of CES 2018. We had augmented reality glasses, virtual reality stuff going on. Honda showcased some of their robot designs. There's a new smartphone called Movie that'll actually project videos in 720p. You know, if you're on a hurry and you want to go watch a movie with your friends, just find a blank wall and sit your phone down. That being said, HTC is probably one of my favorite picks this year. They revealed the Vive Pro, which is a new headset, and it's really interesting. They did a lot of stuff with it. They made it lighter, first of all. They have a new head strap started completely from scratch. Headphones are built into the new head strap, so you don't need your own to plug in.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
They also put in bigger lenses. This new one is 1440 by 1600. They also announced a new little wireless thing that can go on the HTC Vive Pro or the HTC Vive. So if you still have the original Vive, they have this new attachment that you can buy for it that will make the thing completely wireless. They're saying that the wireless piece is going to come out somewhere in the summer. The physical headset should start shipping early 2018. That's not the only VR headset that I'm excited for that came out of CES as well. The Pimax 5K and 8K, which have been announced for a while. People have been aware of them, but people actually got to get hands-on with them. Pimax actually has individual screens for each eye, and each screen is 4K.
I feel like that could either work really well or really not well.
Yeah, so for reference, like I said, the Vive and the Oculus Rift have a 1080 by 1200 per eye. And this is 4K, so that's 3840 by 2160. The 5K is at 2560 by 1440, so still a step up.
Do they have a price point? Do you know? Have they released prices for anything yet?
The only thing they've announced price-wise is that what they were selling for on their Kickstarter campaign will be the least it will ever be available. So it's probably going to be over $500 for the 8K, just the headset alone. But on the bright side there, both the 8K and the 5K will actually work with your current HTC or Steam accessories. So if you already have an HTC Vive, you've already got those towers, and you've already got the controllers. They will work with the Pimax. But that's not the only interesting thing about the 8K. It is 200-degree field of view, so this thing is wide. The HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift are 110-degree field of view. That's about half of what eyes can naturally see. We naturally see about 220 degrees. Having a 200-degree field of view, you can actually look around with your eyes like you can in the real world. That is a huge improvement.
That'll add a lot of peripheral to the experience. I'm sure there's a lot you could do with that, especially with, I imagine, horror games.
Yeah.
I could see that being super cool. Well, while we're on the topic of gaming, I did run into something quite interesting as well. So there's a French company known as Blaze. They've come out with something they call the Shadow, which is essentially a cloud-based PC gaming system. It's basically a little box that functions like a PC, but all of the main hardware is going to be in their database. So as long as you have a decent internet connection, you're able to play any games on your Steam account, any games you want to play, just straight from their servers and their database.
I'm assuming they're going to upgrade it with the newest technologies, so you don't have to worry about paying for a new graphics card. You don't have to worry about it breaking down on you.
As all of the hardware updates, software updates, if something breaks, they're going to take care of it themselves. It comes at no extra cost to the user. So next on the docket, Nintendo Switch was the single best-selling console of 2017. But they have run into, I guess you could say, some road bumps. Towards the end of 2017, they were dropping titles like Skyrim and even Doom, they were bringing to the Switch, which are some big titles. But with Doom, it was hard for the Switch to handle it because they're using such small cartridges, but they're only able to handle 32 gigabytes.
32 gigs. That almost sounds capable of carrying most things, but a lot of stuff won't.
Apparently, it costs a lot more to develop games for these cartridges as well than it does just for the discs. Nintendo kind of came back, though, and basically said, that's on the back burner. Expect it maybe early 2019 at the earliest.
With that being said, There has been some interesting developments with net neutrality. The FCC, a couple weeks back, they voted on repealing net neutrality, which is basically what keeps ISPs from throttling content, blocking web pages entirely of competitors, charging more money for different packages for websites. Oh, if you want to use social media, you have to buy this package. Oh, if you want to watch YouTube and Netflix, you have to buy this other package. However, there has been a new bill that has been gaining sponsors pretty quickly to basically reverse the repeal on net neutrality. And it just recently hit its 30th co-sponsor. And that means that it will get a floor vote officially. So that's
super good
huge
news.
That's fantastic. So we might actually see net neutrality stick around as long as it can get enough votes.
Nothing definitive at this point, but it's
hope.
It's a step
glimmer.
back towards the right direction.
Yeah.
Well, that about wraps it up. Before we close, just one more little, snippet. Something kind of cool. There's a newer plugin for Google Chrome called Honey. If you install this plugin whenever you're online shopping, whether it's Amazon, Walmart, BestBuy.com, you name it, whenever you're doing your online shopping, once you get to checkout, it detects what's in your cart.
And it searches each item?
Yes, individually. And it will pull coupons from basically any source on the internet.
Wow.
It will pull every coupon that applies to your purchase. It
Seems
will pull
super
every
useful.
coupon available.
Wow.
And it will apply it to your purchase. So you're saving money without the hassle of coupon clipping or
That's really
even
cool.
browsing the internet looking for your own coupons.
It's called Honey, ladies and gentlemen.
Honey,
Google Chrome.
Honey. Anyway, we're going to include links to everything down in the description again, so feel free to check anything out. Also, like, subscribe,
Yes.
keep checking us out for more information. We're going to be doing this weekly.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.